Hello guys, these are all my thoughts and opinions. Please do your own research and be nice in the comments. Yes, I guess you have all heard by now that there's going to be that A&L has appealed the letter case. Yay! So let's hope that they grant the right to appeal. Because given how justice is nowadays in the UK, you never know. So clearly I'm happy about that. If they do grant rightly so, they grant the appeal, then all bets are off. I'm pretty sure that all of Meghan's friends will disappear within a second because nobody wants to be involved in that mess. I don't think they would want to perjure themselves in all of this. At least people who are smart, they won't perjure themselves. There's a couple of things I wanted to touch upon, which is a lot of you have told me that all they have to do is do a DNA test to find out that Archie's not Meghan's kid because she used a surrogate. I think a lot of people are confused about that. Using a surrogate does not necessarily mean it's not Meghan's. You know how Kim Kardashian and Kanye used a surrogate, but they used Kim's eggs and Kanye's stuff. So the kid has their DNA. The person who was the surrogate is just a vessel to carry the baby. Their kids have no DNA from anybody else. The only way that we can find out for sure whether there's a surrogate involved, if they admit it or the surrogate comes clean. Other than that, if, for example, or if Meghan didn't use any of her eggs and they used somebody else's eggs for the baby, then yes, that would be a big thing. But I'm pretty sure she used her stuff. If she used a surrogate, of course. That is if she used a surrogate. Now, the case that Harry's children have to be, cannot be in the line of succession because there are so many lies told about the birth of the child. And now they are confirmed and proven liars that their word cannot be taken. For example, all of the Duchess of Cambridge's children, you can see the signature of the doctors. You can, there's witnesses. Whereas with them, nobody knows what the hell is going on. So this is why it needs to be clarified. They need to make a public document. They need to make public the document where the doctors swear and testify that Archie was born from Meghan, and somebody has to be present from the second birth. In my opinion, they should be completely removed from the line of succession because Harry quit. He really quit. He forfeited his place in the monarchy by leaving. But not only leaving, because, anybody can leave. It's the way he did it. He didn't need the additional titles of Duke, but he got them under false pretenses. That is fraud. Had he said, you know what, I'm not going to work anymore for the royal family, especially since that's transpired now that they've been planning to leave for quite some time, then why take on more titles that imply more responsibility? That's the part that is not right. And this is what a lot of people don't understand. They say people are being petty. No. When you quit a job, a lot of people like to complain about their work, especially, and the higher the position, the more responsibilities you have because you have so much compensation. Clearly, somebody who's laying bricks on a house, it's not going to have the same responsibility as the owner of the company who builds the bricks and everything, because you see the difference. And I think we all know who are in the real world out there, what it takes to work. So the more the privileges, the more the responsibilities. So they didn't want to take on the responsibilities. They just wanted the privileges. And when they didn't get what they wanted, they took off. It is my view, my personal opinion, that they would have never stuck around because Meghan Markle's intentions were never to stay in the UK. It was just to grab, For me, the way I look at it, it's like when you suddenly, you end up by mistake getting invited to a very rich person's party. And a lot of people, what they tend to do is like try to take advantage of that as much as they can and then leave worried that they're going to be found out. That's the way I think Meghan Markle was, that she was afraid she was going to be found out. Now with the Oprah thing, again, I have nothing against the Oprah interview. It's just what they used it for. They used it to lie publicly. Remember when I said in my earlier videos, this interview is going to be spectacular because it's going to work against them. Be careful what you say, especially in public. The reason why Harry should be held accountable by the government about the false allegations is because he used a platform. The bigger your platform, the more responsibility you have. But especially in his case, because he was a senior working member of the royal family. He was working member of the royal family, and he used the royal family's platform to slander them and to make false allegations, which, would pervert, if you like, the ability for the monarchy as an institution to represent us. It interferes with that. It really does. So therefore, he is committing a crime. Whenever the words you use or the allegations you say are to pervert or interfere with the proper workings of an institution, in order for you to get away with something, that is unlawful. I told you that there was a guy who got jailed for 12 months for abusing the race card in order to get away with not paying a parking ticket. So Harry and Meghan fall in that category. But these are just my thoughts, okay, guys? So for me, it's great that that Daily Mail, I know I've been nagging people about it, have submitted the appeal, and I really hope it gets granted, because that would mean that the 5 friends will have to be called in to testify and see these people are so stupid that they might even think they can get away with lying. But they have, I hope if it is granted the appeal, that these people think long and hard before they do that. So let's all put positive thoughts that, the appeal is granted. And in regards to the surrogate, please understand that the only way that child would not have DNA from Meghan Markle is if she didn't donate the eggs. If she used her eggs, that baby has her own stuff. So there's nothing really for you guys or for me to do for people who keep saying, they have to do a DNA test. DNA test, if she donated her eggs and Harry donated his stuff, it will have their DNA. The thing with the law is that according to the monarchies, that it has to come from her body. So it would need, because I've heard a lot of theories, which are good, that they say that Meghan wants now to blame the royal family for forcing her to use a surrogate, which we all know is crap. And the bad thing with that is that once they've lost credibility, which they have, nothing that they say is believable. Now, in regards to Oprah, because I received such a ton of people sending me emails in regards to Oprah, I stand by what I say. Oprah has a big chip on her shoulders. She has, and you know what's the worst thing of it? That white people helped her become a billionaire. Oprah is living the American dream through her hard work. So I don't know why she has such a grudge against the United States and the people who helped her become a billionaire, because it wasn't the black people. Her popularity has decreased once she became too ethnic, if you'd like to call it, like everything was about black culture. And then of course she has her black audience, who follow her, but she got a huge decline. And I think this is what she resents the most, because she understands that it is the white culture that made her rich, exploiting that. And now she wants to bash white people. I don't understand it, I really don't, because the United States, there's a reason why it says the American dream, and she's living it. She's a billionaire. I mean, she's financially okay, but she loves the attention so much that she can't stand the fact that she's no longer the center of attention or that her ratings suck. And I really do think that she came back to talk about the interview because she has nothing else going for her. All the other interviews she has done since have received the usual ratings as before. And what is worse, her credibility as a interviewer, it sucks because she didn't do her job. She didn't do her job. It was really biased. People can see that. She did not question everything. And people can see what she's all about now, what she's angling for, you know. So, no. To me, Serena Williams, Beyonce, Oprah Winfrey, and Michelle Obama, they're a bunch of bullies who are exploiting that idiot Meghan Markle, who's exploiting Harry. It's like a little food chain, you know. They know that Meghan Markle is hungry for fame and attention, and they are hungry to attach Harry to everything. And Harry is another idiot. Harry is a complete idiot. People, please stop saying, oh, when is Harry going to come back? Why? Why should, I mean, he was at the funeral and his wife, with his approval, kept attacking the royal family, sending all those emails, sending all those text messages, not messages, all those articles constantly. Please understand that he has the biggest chip on his shoulder because he believes he deserves the most, you know, and you know, it's not. So all those people who are, oh, please, Harry, come back. Why? I hope that the appeal is granted and all bets are off. I hope so. I hope so. And I hope they remove them from the website because they already quit. They are disgruntled employees who are still exploiting the fact that they're posted with the royal family. I don't know why the royal family hasn't removed it. And I ask you, please, to help me with that. Go to their websites, go to their Instagram account, go to their Twitter account and ask them to remove them. Because we're, 25 days from the March 31st when they officially ended their stuff, and they're still featured on that website. Anyways, thank you for all your donations, guys. I really appreciate it. If there's any comments or anything, do send them, you know, leave them below. I really like reading your comments. You know, I can't get click like on every one of you because there's so many sometimes, but I love reading them, especially some funny ones. So what do you guys think about the appeal? Let me know what you think about the appeal. And in regards to the surrogate, I don't believe she's pregnant, guys. I don't care what people say. I know people say, no, she did care. I really don't think so. But, you know, I could be wrong. That's just my opinion. It would be interesting to get a picture of her with, you know, that body heat cam, you know, that you can tell if you know, that there's a type of camera I can get the body heat, you know, so you would be able to tell if there's another person there. But then, unfortunately, she only calls the paps because there's never any paps waiting for her or chasing them. It's bull. That's a load of crap. It's them phoning the paps. And I actually posted on my Twitter account this guy who is a professional pap, and he was asked, is Meghan Markle still calling paps after she started dating or after she started seeing Prince Harry? And the guy said no comment. Yeah, because of course she's making all the phone calls. We all know that. There's no paps waiting around for them. Nobody cares. And kudos to all the newspapers who didn't buy that bloody pictures of her, you know, and they didn't, you know, publish them. I'm really happy. Anyways, let me know your comments, okay? I hope they take the appeal. And please quit saying, oh, Harry, come back. No, stay the hell away. And those are just my thoughts.